This episode was made possible by the Fertilizer Market. Passionate about organic fertilizer products for your lawn, vegetable garden, or commercial crops farmed on large scale. Visit thefertilizermarket.co.za. We are now going out for a quick romp in the bush.
Yeah, we're waiting for a couple of
older friends to join us, and then we head off into the northern parts of Gauteng towards a little bit of Limpopo, a little bit of
I thought it's just the morning thing.
yes, a little bit of Limpopo, Northwest and Mpumalanga. There where they get together. I mean, we'll be back by lunch.
That's what we said last time.
Today, we're only focusing on the riding. Just a couple of old friends racing through some of the scenery north of Pretoria, keeping to the east of the N1 highway towards the hamlet of Settlers. The first of the usual suspects show up. Adrian and his son Estian that joined us on the Kalahari Cruise Special.
Ik ga die helmet afgooien. We gaan niet.
Another familiar Footpeg Diaries face shows up a few minutes later. Philip joined Adrian on most of the riding sequences that we are still sharing on our YouTube channel. Some of the guys joining today's trip have been close riding buddies for decades now. So it's bound to be a fast-flowing day filled with antics. Just a reminder that you can't escape the bloody Gauteng taxis, not even on a dusty early morning track. Well, I guess you're never too old to learn. The good thing about riding with the same crew for a couple of decades is that you know exactly whose button to push when you feel like some senseless racing. Yeah, there's something to be said about cunning old guys on adventure bikes. But for the life of me, I just can't remember what that is. This section of today's Big Boys Playdate ride runs next to a railway track, first in a westerly direction towards the small town of Rayton, and then northwards towards the historical diamond mining town of Cullinan. The good rains we've had made me wonder if we'd be able to cross a little creek just up ahead, but that was soon demoted to the least of our problems. Ain't that right, Peaches?
Hoe diep is hy?
Daar's 'n boom wat omgeval het.
Dis 'n boom.
Oh, damn. I'm not feeling like turning back.
Hier is 'n moerse klip hier wat ons nie verby gaan kom nie. Want die draad aan 'n gat in 'n klip.
En die groen gras.
Groei daarop.
Daar is het draad wat so loop.
Sien jy as ons hier op kan kom?
Hier is 'n walletjie. Hier is as dit hier is 'n wal, né? As dit hier 'n kanaal is, daar waar jy nou loop. Loop hier 'n kanaal. Daar trap jy nog. Sien jy? Hoor zo, hulle het gevra. Ons ry nie stap nie, nee. Sê ek nee?
Ons kan nou hier omry, man.
Ja, iemand staan net hier en ek keer dit nou nie omval nie.
This looks like a job for Fanie, our own personal guinea pig.
Een beetje laag, een beetje hoor kom.
Show off. Well, it's always easier if you're the last guy to do it.
Die kom op van niks achter je. Rechts, ja.
What a disappointing little water crossing. Well, nothing for it but to paraphrase an iconic Johnny Cash lyric. It's time to move on a little further down the line. The regrettable neglect of our once proud national infrastructure has a couple of very clear symptoms, if you know where to look. Stolen railway tracks being one of them. Sadly, an all too regular occurrence. Although it makes for interesting riding, we all agree it'll be much better to have good strains running on it than a good bike.
But it's alright.
The place I want to go to, it's already 8:30 in the morning. We're an hour and a half into this. It's hot. We're sweating already. But it's about another 100 k's to go. of stuff like we did now. So we're just filling up because you never know. Coming back, we might just slab it. Are you fine? It's like a Yahtzee with satin sheets.
After filling up, I take the guys to a special secret sandy spot just north of Cullinan. On arrival at the sandpit, I first safely move the local fauna out of the way before we start burying our friends.
Hi my oud. Hi my oud.
Let hom neer, Pierre.
Estian kindly improvises a roadblock. Whoa, close call.
Hier kom maar gemors hoor.
Hey!
Dis nou waar my kykspier gebrand.
Back on some open, high-speed gravel highway through beautiful farming countryside.
What a lovely stretch of road. This is the way you should spend a Saturday. Yes.
The next 30 odd kilos will be through Tribal Trust area, and it's here where free-ranging cattle becomes a very real danger. Many an adventure rider has had his trip cut short by a bovine roadblock. If you hit one of these at speed, writing off your bike is going to be the least of your worries. Gravel roads are filled with challenges. That's why we ride them, because we revel in the unexpected, the surprise around every corner. Successfully negotiating an unplanned obstacle all by yourself, with only your wits and sometimes mere blind luck, brings a sense of achievement that most of us don't get in our everyday moisturized, pasteurized and sensitized existence. Cheating death, or at the very least, escaping extremely traumatic injury every couple of minutes, really reconnects you with being alive. It's reckless, I know. But every now and then there's something to pucker your cheeks just to keep you awake. It could be rocks, a sandy patch, cattle, or maybe even a dry mud hole. This time, it's a half-covered drainage pipe at speed, immediately followed by deep sand. But don't tell Fanie. Let him discover this journey all by himself. Whoa! This route rating has just changed from green to brown. Luckily, it didn't slow the rest of us down too much. Apart from the odd sharp turn or washed away bridge, this last bit of open road towards Settlers begs you to let the horses run free.
So this is the bowling club. Lovely facilities outside. It's the Springbok Flats Bowling Club, and we are about to assemble a team. The pitch.
Die jongman was laas in die Kalahari saam met ons op 'n trip gewees.
Lekker om terug te wees. Lekker om weer deel te wees van hierdie. Lanklas het gedoen.
Lekker. In klippe.
This is their idea of brunch. A lovely brunch.
I'm thinking of phoning my wife, because there's nothing to eat in town, but they say if you go to the Kooperasie, they sell steak. and they say they'll start a fire. But I told her we'll be home in an hour and 15 minutes. Maybe we should start a fire. Settlers Bowling Club. Ask for France. There's nothing to eat but peanuts though. But the beer is nice and cold. It's now an official Brunch franchise. Dank u Frans.
Time to turn back home. Well, it was way past turnaround time actually. Luckily, it's just a quick straight sprint home. So theoretically, we can all still make the early afternoon curfew that our wives insisted on. Such a lovely ride that in the spur of the moment I veer off on a bit of a detour close to the Rustenwinter police station. And in true form, the road just gets more spicy as we forge our way ahead. Ah man, what an inspired route choice. Time to once again get back onto the tar and head to the nearest fuel stop for a quick splash and dash on our way home. The last piece of open gravel through the Wagensdrift is one of my favorite runs in Gauteng. 27 kilometers of sandy, sweeping, high-speed fun, with a chance of the odd roadside game sighting along the way.
Altyd 'n windgat. Altyd 'n windgat. Lekker. Ons het 'n popwiel. Maak nie sin nie.
Miskien 'n sloopbank nie.
Ja, nee, hy's pakt op. Dis nie 'n slooppanser nie, hy's pap. Hy's moeite. En hy's vuurwarm. Nou. Kan jou vrou jou nie glo nie.
Well, I'll just have to think of another excuse. I'm sure she'll understand.
We're already, what's the time now?
Half past 2.
2:30. So we're ready to house brunch. I phoned my wife and said, sorry, we're a little late because we're at a flat. Nothing to do with the pubs along the way. Now there is a flat. See, you don't need a center stand.
On the plus side, it's a great opportunity for Philip to relearn some valuable skills.
Perfek. Daar is al die tools wat jy nodig het. Thank you very much. Hier is seep.
Dis hoe ons rol.
Yo. Mother.
Yo. Yo.
Hier is serious spek.
Wat sal 'n Footpeg Diaries storie wees sonder 'n papwiel?
Okay, so iewers hier is daar. I have my cocaine that I've been smuggling. Hasn't chafed through. So now the trick is to get this cocaine off without cutting into the cocaine itself. Now it's his first time with a rear tube. But look at Adrian. Adrian, don't do the work for the out.
The tire is already off.
Chop, chop. Chop, chop, one day game. A tube. First you wrap the cocaine in a tube and then the inside there's another tube. Wat so? Ai! Have a heart
Met jou grip strength toets man.
Brand new. Ja, I'm brilliant. Draas my weer een. As jy sukkel met 'n band, gebruik jy nie genoeg sunlight.
Wat sê?
Hy's lief vir jou.
Jy bel se by jou vrou.
Hy's lief vir jou. Hy hou van jou net
Papa,
soos jy.
hier's Luke.
Is hy in?
Lekker diepe.
Hy is lekker diep.
And with that, we tackle the last blast for the day. As it turned out, the fear of our wives being disappointed by our terrible time management was totally unwarranted. They phoned en route to inform us that they planned a braai for the evening at Adrian's place, and we are all invited. Ah, what a perfect ending to a remarkable Saturday. Remember to subscribe to our channel and click the notification button to stay informed of our next adventure. This episode was made possible by the Fertilizer Market. Passionate about organic fertilizer products for your lawn, vegetable garden, or commercial crops farmed on large scale. Visit thefertilizermarket.co.za.